Noopept is a peptide that has nootropic effects. It is a legal cognitive enhancer which appears to produce more pronounced effects than other nootropics. It's about 1,000 times more potent than paracetam, and it's also easy to obtain. While it's not a racetam, it is similar to the racetam class of drugs, and produces some of the same effects. Most people have only been talking about Noopept for a few years, but it was created in the 1970s by a Russian pharmaceutical company. Since its creation, Noopept has been prescribed in Russia. Outside of Russia and nearby countries, it is also used globally by those looking for a cognitive boost. The studies often referenced regarding Noopept have mainly taken place in the past 15 years, showing the medical community has recently taken greater interest in the drug. We don't completely know how Noopept works, but we do know some of the ways it affects the brain. Noopept is able to modulate AMPA receptors, something racetams can also do, and it also modulates the acetylcholine system. With its effects on the acetylcholine system, Noopept may sensitize neurons, possibly resulting in memory enhancement. Once it is in the body, Noopept also metabolizes into cycloprolylglycine, an endogenous dipeptide that may have anxiolytic effects. Like many nootropics, Noopept also increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which may protect neurons and support the growth of new ones. There are both acute and long-term effects from Noopept use, so some of its benefits may only appear once you've used the drug consistently for a period of time. Among the positive effects of Noopept are anxiety reduction, a drop in depression, general mood improvement, color enhancement, thought acceleration, wakefulness, greater focus, and improvements in memory consolidation and retrieval. The negative effects include issues with irritability and moodiness, short-term memory issues with higher doses, and brain fog. Noopept appears to be legal everywhere and can generally be purchased easily. The oral route is the most common route of administration for Noopept, but people have also used it sublingually and intranasally. Plus, those who are using it sublingually still swallow the drug after 5 to 10 minutes. When using it orally, 1 to 5 milligrams is required for the drug to work, and 10 to 20 milligrams is a common dose. More than that is often unnecessary and could end up having the opposite effect on cognition. If you first use the drug sublingually prior to swallowing, you may only need 3 to 5 milligrams for adequate effects. The intranasal dose for either a powder or nasal spray is 2 to 5 milligrams. Oral usage generally results in Noopept working within an hour, and its peak effects arrive 1 to 2 hours after administration. Those effects are sometimes pronounced, but they can also be subtle to the point of being unnoticeable. Overall, Noopept tends to work for about 3 hours when used orally. If it is used sublingually or intranasally, Noopept will generally kick in faster, but it appears to last for nearly the same amount of time. There aren't a ton of experience reports with these routes of administration, so giving an exact duration is impossible. Given this is a drug that's normally taken for weeks at a time, the timeline of effects for each individual dose isn't as important. No lethal dose has been established for Noopept, and we don't know how much of the drug is required for there to be toxic effects. Anecdotal reports suggest the substance is very safe, and even long-term use over a span of months doesn't appear to cause any issues. As far as we can tell, Noopept is protective and restorative for the brain rather than damaging, and there's little reason to believe long-term usage would change that. Tolerance is minimal with the drug, but it is regularly suggested users take Noopept daily for around 8 weeks and then discontinue their use for a few weeks. Even though everything currently points to Noopept being relatively non-toxic and even beneficial, we don't have many studies to go on, and the drug has only been talked about for a short time. Noopept is a very potent nootropic, and its effects are generally noticeable, unlike with other common nootropics. When those effects are combined with Noopept's minimal tolerance, legal status, and safety profile, it appears to be an overall desirable drug. Anecdotally, it appears to be very effective at reducing anxiety. It's possible some of the positive effects of Noopept only apply if you've had cognitive issues, but healthy people do report many positive effects as well. If you have any questions or recommendations for future video topics, leave them below in the comments section. You can also connect with me on Twitter at Seth A. Fitzgerald.